Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, so I'm doing a little show about Feld today. I heard what they did before the press conference, and I have some thoughts on it and some reasons, and it's really telling on who they are and what they're about. So let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
What Feld did is really telling as far as how they see the sport. Let me break down what they did. What they did is they sent a text message to all participating reporters in the post-race press conference telling them not to ask Hunter and Thrasher about their incidents or their problems. What? Are you serious? So let me just lay this out. This is an on-track incident that everybody witnessed, that everyone in the world wants to know about. The announcers are talking about it. The rider, like everybody knows, yet Feld has the audacity to hold a press conference, put these guys up for questions, and not ask what we all want to know. What this tells me is they're protecting their partners. So somebody from Honda or Yamaha has reached out to them and said, hey, we don't want our guys talking about this. This is something Honda can do, but you can't tell a free press not to talk about it. Now, is it about somebody's home life or something that's out of bounds? Not really. This was on the track, in the public eye. This is 100% a topic you cannot hide. It's ridiculous. And the fact that Feld even attempted to tell these reporters, and they've done this to me too. That's why I'm not allowed in these press conferences anymore, because they don't like that I won't go along with their narrative. Had they texted me that, my first question probably would have been about that incident, because obviously the guys don't want to talk about it. That means something's there. That means something's going on. That's a clue. That's investigative journalism. That's 101. You're not there to be these guys' friends. You're not there to be the good guy. Like I said, I'm the bad guy.
That's the bad guy.
You're in there to get the story, to find out what's going on. And if I'm one of these reporters, I'm like, dude, screw you. I'm not doing this. I'm going to ask whatever I want to ask, and if you don't want to invite me to the press conference, then don't. And they've taken that cue from me, and I'm no longer invited. But what they're doing is Feld is actually, I actually don't totally blame Feld on this. So they have free performers. Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, KTM, all these manufacturers pay these riders real amounts of money, 7 figures, to race dirt bikes for Feld. Feld literally just sells tickets, sells sponsors, all this stuff. They have free performers. This is a circus with free performers. In fact, the performers pay to be a part of the show, which is insanity to me. And what they're doing by protecting this is they want to keep Honda and Yamaha happy. The last thing you want to do is upset them. So if they request, hey, we don't want any questions asked about this, Feld obliges. Feld should be an independent race organization and treat this. If this was a true sport, they'd be like, well, no, that happened on. Like, you can't tell these people. Maybe don't send them to the press conference. Have them sit out the press conference if you don't want them to ask the question. But don't tell them they can't answer it. It's ridiculous. It just goes to show me this is much more of a circus than initially thought. And that's how they're running it. And like I said, I don't blame Feld. They're trying to make money. They've figured out a way to have a free employees. I mean, and it's funny too, because privateers don't make much money, and we always complain about the purse, but the big guys don't make that much off the purse anyway. All their big dollars come from Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki, KTM, Husqvarna, Gas, and outside sponsors. Nobody makes money off the actual purse except for the promoter, Feld, MX Sports, which is why they're so happy to come up with 10 million out of nowhere. Because if they came up with 10 million as soon as World Supercross came about, well, how much are they sitting on? How much have they been clearing every year? But I digress. Hey guys, I want to thank EBC. EBC has been with me for a long time. Check out their rotors, brake pads, clutches. They're just a badass company. So EBC Brakes is awesome. Complete Racing Solutions. If you want the smartest, most educated way to do your training program, Coach has programs from everyone. They start at $30 and go on up from there. Let them know Cooksey sent you. Steel City Men's Clinic. Steel City Men's Clinic has got me some supplements, blood testing. They're about keeping us healthy, preventing injuries, recovering from concussions. They're awesome. And Epic Garage. Check out Epic Garage. The slat walls are awesome. They hold 200 pounds per square foot. If you want to do a gym, if you want to do tools, anything you want in the garage, one of the easiest ways to organize your garage is with slat wall. So I want to talk a little bit about Brock Pappy. I chat with Brock's dad quite a bit on Instagram. Big Pappy. Big Pappy's awesome. I like how transparent he is. And the first thing I asked him is, why is he running stock levers? Because I saw the lever fly off when Hunter jumped into Brock as he was getting lapped. They had a collision. I don't blame him. It was just one of those things that happens. But he said, because I'm cheap, which tells me multiple things. One, Brock Pappy, his dad's still financing his racing, and he's making, this is not like a kid on the way up. This is a kid making main events at the highest, or the second highest level, 250 class, not the 450 class, but he's making mains. And the fact that he's still out of pocket blows my mind. It blows my mind that you can't make a living off of that. It's crazy. Yet there's a whole bunch of people around the Feld offices and MX Sports offices that have a career off of this. And yes, it takes a lot of people to get it done, but there's a lot going elsewhere. We need to make this a real sport and have a profit margin. I really like World Supercross. World Supercross gives back to the teams. It's more of they're trying to make it more of a support, like a sport. And I'm going to stay supporting those guys. World Supercross and Arena Cross. If you guys haven't paid attention to Arena Cross this year, it's awesome. The guys that own it, Jack Brassfield, a bunch of old racers bought this. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make money as promoters, but they're racers. They understand the struggles of a privateer racer and living the dream, and they're really doing their best. If I was Brock Pappy, I would say, pound sand, Feld, I'm going to go race Arena Cross and make some money. You can actually turn that into a real living. The problem is people, they want to race Supercross because you want to get to that highest level, the Ken Rocks and the Eli Tomacs. The problem is the chances of somebody like Brock Pappy, even if he starts getting good results to get to that level, are slim to none. I mean, it can happen. I mean, look at Weston Pike, but it is so unlikely. You're almost better off just going to Arena Cross and battling for championships, doing the fans where they support you. Like, there's so many different ways to make a living in this sport. To just keep chasing and pounding your head against the wall and riding for an organization, Feld, who cares less about you. They literally want your money, send you out there, you get hurt, they scrape you off, and that's fine. Just a privateer. We didn't lose anyone that cost that's the attitude. I don't like it. And I mean, obviously you can say rider union, rider organization. You can also, I don't know how that's going to happen, because it would take all these guys who are making a good living to step back and take a huge loss to make it happen for everyone else. Maybe somebody will do it. Maybe they won't. Most likely they won't. But if I'm these guys, the Brock Pappies and all these guys from 10th on back in these main events, I go to Arena Cross. I go find other ways to make money. There's lots of other ways to make money with your dirt bike. You don't necessarily have to pound your head against the wall racing Supercross for peanuts. So anyway, guys, that's it. Remember, subscribe. I thank you guys for watching the videos, and peace out.